Now let's move on to the second set, and here they are, the Cyberman from Tomb of the Cybermen, and the second Doctor, Patrick Troughton. So if I just move the Cyberman out of the way, because that's the same as the normal release, let's just take a look at the second Doctor. Now, wow, just look at that sculpt. That is fantastic. That is a spot-on recreation of Patrick Troughton. It looks a lot better than the prototype images that we saw. He's not looking as angry as he did on the prototype. So let's just take a quick look at the articulation. So the head can turn slightly. Again, as with Bill Hartnell, I'm not sure if he can do 360-degree head turn. It's so stiff that I don't try and budge it too much. The shoulders have a 360, the biceps do a 360, you've got elbow articulation, the wrists also do a 360, but it's very difficult to try and twist it due to the length of the sleeves on his jacket. The waist can do, well, it can move slightly, but the coat, as it's so closed up and quite stiff, doesn't allow for much movement. Articulation at the hips as usual. The thighs have 360-degree articulation, and you have articulation at the knees. So let's take a look at the detail. Well, I've already said that the heads is brilliant, wonderful sculpt of a wonderful Doctor. The hair's been sculpted very nice, and they've really, as I said, they've really captured Patrick Troughton's likeness. The costume is all very good as well. Lots of creases which create that sort of cosmic hobo effect. The bow tie looks very nice on there. The shirt is light blue with buttons down it, and as you can see, there's lots of creases there. He's still got his handkerchief. His coat's very detailed, lots of creases and seams and buttons and things. His pockets are quite creased as well. It gives the effect that there could be bits and pieces in his pockets. The trousers are grey, like a slightly darker grey than Bill Hartnell's, with, again, a dark grey checkered pattern over the top. Unfortunately, as you can see, the lines just sort of stop there on my one, but not to worry. The shoes are also very good, because although they do seem very simple, and they are actually sort of blackish grey, but dry brushed with a bit of brown on it. You can't really see it on camera, but it has a sort of a dirty sort of effect to it. And he comes with his recorder, which has the tassels on the bottom. I think I would have preferred it if the tassels were sort of dangling down vertically, rather than being at a sort of almost horizontal angle that they are. But that's not too bad. I suppose it's just if he holds it like that, it doesn't look too bad. So, once again, a brilliant figure. The Tomb Cyberman that comes with this is just the same as the regular release. So if you want to find out more about that figure, please check out my review of the Tomb of the Cyberman. The only thing different that I can see with this is the handles. They're very stiff. Now, I do believe that some of these figures from the normal Cyberman wave did actually have stiff handlebars, but a lot of them, mine included, had really rubbery ones. So that's the only difference that I can see with this set. So if I take a look at the packaging, so same as the Bill Hartnell one, nice colour picture from Power of the Daleks on the back of Pat playing his recorder. It has his dates, 1966 to 69, and then there's a lovely colour picture of a Cyberman breaking out of its tomb, and it has the Tomb of the Cybermen written on it, and The date 1967. The bit of information is the same as on the back of the Cyberman wave packaging, just with the bit about the Cybus Industries, Cybermen removed. So I'll just read what it says about the Second Doctor. Often beguiling his enemies into hiding his fierce intelligence and morality under a cloak of shambling irreverence, the Second Doctor always looked for the best in people and aliens he met, seeking a peaceful solution to every situation. After encountering the warlike aliens who were kidnapping people across time and space, he was forced to call upon his fellow Time Lords for help. Unable to escape them, he was placed on trial for breaking their laws and exiled to Earth, and forced to undergo a second regeneration. So, not as much text there as with Bill Hartnell, but it's a nice bit of information there for people who may not know the Second Doctor. And the ident card is here, again with the date, Second Doctor. And yeah, it's very nice. Same pictures here. Similar setup as with the Bill Hartnell sets. Now let's take a look at the black and white version. It was a much smaller package than the Bill Hartnell Dalek set. It's, again, very nice. The packaging, again, has different pictures. Another picture of Pat and another picture of a Cyberman. So it's slightly different, and that's the same on the back as well. Again, marked with black and white. The picture on the back is a sort of zoomed out version of the picture on the front, Pat with his recorder and his 500-year diary. So if I just very quickly show you the black and white versions. Pat looks a bit more menacing, I think, slightly angrier in black and white. Not sure why, but he does. Again, it's very similar to the colour version. The trousers are very similar to the colour version, rather. The shoes are now just completely black, none of the brown. The recorder is just all different shades of grey. The Cyberman is the most interesting, though, because I was wondering how you could really do a black and white Cyberman. Well, the head is silver, still, and the eyes and mouth section have got black, just solid black around them. The tubing here and by the waist are completely black. The tubing on the arms is now a dark grey. The overalls are now a light grey, but the chest unit and the helmet are still shiny silver. And I can't really see the boots. I think the boots are just grey as well. Yeah, they look just a grey. So I don't know why they didn't paint the head grey. I suppose because the head still sort of shined a lot on screen. But very nice, and I think actually the handles on that one are surprisingly straight, which is a rarity with these Cybermen. So again, a very nice set, the black and white one. One thing I also noticed about this, Pat's eyes. On all the black and white sets I've seen, his eyes seem to be sort of looking to the side, whereas the colour version, dead ahead. In fact, the sculpt seems slightly different. It's probably just me. Sorry, I've got the light shining on there. Yeah. Maybe not. But, as I said, two very nice sets. And, again, they're both $24.99 each. So, if you want a Second Doctor, choose either one. They're both really, really good.